One of my most frequently asked questions on this channel is how I find dispersed campsites. So last night I stayed at a rest area. I think we'll save all that information about how I handle that for its own video. And today we're going to focus on how I find dispersed campsites. So that is the mission for this afternoon. But first, I've got a couple of fun things planned, including visiting a UNESCO World Heritage Site and, of course, heading out for a hike. So let's get going for the day.
Hi, I'm Christine. After starting life over in 2020, I'm using seasonal work to build financial security, experience new places, and most importantly, keep living life as a big adventure. Come along as I live like a local in desired destinations, spend time in nature hiking, backpacking, and living out of my car, and craft the trips of my dreams on a backpacker's budget. Nestled in the cliffs of central Arizona, Montezuma's castle isn't a castle at all. It's a remarkably preserved Sinagua pueblo, built over 900 years ago. The Sinagua people, whose name means without water, skillfully constructed this 5-story dwelling into the limestone cliffs, using the terrain for shelter and protection. Early settlers mistakenly thought it was linked to the Aztec Emperor Montezuma, but the site has no connection to him.
I can share with you images and tell you what a place's history is and explain what I'm seeing, but the hard part is conveying what I'm feeling or what a place feels like more specifically. And I have such an immense sense of peace in this place. It is truly incredible how tranquil it feels. And I can almost sense the rich liveliness of culture and the rich soils and lands having come up from more desertous regions into this more lush landscape where people were using agriculture to survive. It is incredible.
For centuries, the Verde Valley was a vital agricultural hub for ancient peoples. With the rich soil and year-round water from the Verde River, they cultivated maize, beans, and squash, known as the Three Sisters. They used irrigation canals to direct water to their fields, maximizing their harvest in the arid landscape. Wild plants like agave and mesquite also supplemented their diet. This fertile valley sustained thriving communities, showcasing the resourcefulness of those who once called it home.
Something that I'm really coming to appreciate with my lifestyle is the way that I do live closer to the land. Sure, it's nothing like these communities of people did, but I also do feel a bit of a connection to it because while I do have an indoor dwelling, which is my vehicle, I also really do have to pay attention to where I can gain resources, shelter from the environment, heavy winds. I have to think about when it's going to rain and whether or not I'm going to get stuck in the mud. I have to make sure that I have enough water to carry with me if I'm going, off grid, or if I, plan my stops and plan my power usage and all of those kinds of things, because I'm not really dialed in and connected completely to a grid and a larger support network. I actually really like that. In a way, it sort of brings me back to true nature. And this incredible architectural feat and the history here is a testament to how humans have really adapted to environments and learned from them and learned to work with them. It's really astounding. All right, so I've come up the road to Montezuma's well, which is a limestone sinkhole. It's a lake that is fed year-round by a natural spring. So we're gonna go check it out. Apparently there are cave dwellings here, and I don't know what else, but let's see what this is all about.
Montezuma's well is a natural limestone sinkhole formed over thousands of years by the collapse of a vast underground cavern. Fed by deep springs, it releases over 1.5 million gallons of water daily, creating a lush oasis in the Arizona desert. For centuries, Sinagua and other indigenous peoples relied on this steady water source, carving irrigation canals to sustain their crops. Despite its name, Montezuma had no connection to the site. Early explorers misattributed its origins.
Okay, so apparently I can take this little trail down. It's like 107 steps and get closer to the ruins, so we're gonna check that out. Looks like they have a little boat here in case they need it. Say in a boat is the only way that you would get me anywhere near that water, because with those water scorpions and leeches, no thank you. No way. I love being in water, but this sounds like a nightmare. It looks like right over here we have another cave dwelling. Wow, these people wanted lakefront property, but I don't know. I'd be afraid of the leeches. Wow, cool. Let's look at this. Look, I don't know if you can tell, but there's another little door back here. Really cool. And then we've got an entrance. So we're looking right across to that other dwelling, the first one we looked at, and then there's the ranger up there. So this graffiti here is actually, I guess, historic. George H. Rothrock was a pioneering Arizona photographer, and he took advantage of the popularity and painted an advertisement for himself. Freaking influencers. It's not new. It was there in 1882. So this info display that I was just looking at pointed out that those shelters were sort of ready-made because they were already carved out of the wall. So it required minimal effort for people to build those into either shelter or food storage, which, come to think of it, down in that well, it probably stays a cooler temperature or more temperate temperature. The water comes out year-round at 74 degrees, so it probably just helps moderate things and is not a bad place to keep food stores. So yep, learn something new every day. guess you don't have to worry so much about the leeches if you're just trying to keep your food from going bad, you know what I mean? All right, headed down to the well outlet now, down these stairs. Ooh, this is beautiful. Wow, I can only imagine what it looks like in the spring. Incredible. This irrigation ditch, I wonder if that's historic or there's probably going to be some sign indicating to us. Keep an eye out for that. This is so pretty. Poison ivy. Might be dormant right now. So this is telling us about Arizona sycamore trees, and it's right near this, which is no longer a full tree. But I'm wondering if the white bark trees are the same kind, if those are Arizona sycamores. They are really pretty. Look how gorgeous this is. It's so beautiful. Home sweet home. Okay, it's about 1 o'clock now, and honestly, the next thing really is to have lunch today. But I do want to explore a little bit of the options in terms of dispersed camping in the area, because I know that I'm going to go for a hike and end up in this general area at the end of the evening. So I'd like to maybe scope out some areas that are close by and just kind of get a feel for what my options are. It's not something I do all the time, but it can be helpful. I have been using an app recently that has become my favorite for helping me find dispersed campsites or campgrounds. There are definitely some paid options that you can find through this app, but I primarily like to look for dispersed camping options to be more budget friendly, quite frankly. So the app is called The Dirt, and I'm going to open it right now. And since I get a lot of questions about this, I'm actually going to share my screen. We're going to look at this together and see what options are nearby. This is not sponsored, but I do have an affiliate link, so if you're interested in trying it out, go ahead and check out that link in the description, and it helps out the channel. But this is just generally a product that I've been using and recommend, so everything I'm saying here is my own opinion. There's a lot of options nearby. Now, I use a filter for free camping, which I like, and because I have the pro option of this app, which only costs like $36 annually, so considering that I don't pay rent or anything like that, having this help me find things is really helpful. There's some stuff that's like really close to me, which I kind of had a feeling. So there's this one, Montezuma Well, U.S. Forest Service dispersed camping. So that one's like really close. And I've got some overlays on this too, because you can opt in to have overlays. Let me show you actually. So let's see. Yeah, there's so many. So maps, like you can open map layers of US Forest Service, BLM. I have Verizon as a cell phone carrier, and it's important for me to be able to have cell phone access a lot of the time, just because it's not like I'm taking a weekend trip off grid and I'm trying to disconnect. Like, my job is also social media, and I need to be able to connect with my emails and comments to talk to you guys. And then also, that's how I keep track of my friends and family, right? I don't see them on a regular basis. I also have access to offline maps, and road trip maps is a feature that I haven't explored yet, but yeah, definitely a lot of customized options here. So anyway, this Montezuma Well US Forest Service Dispersed Camping has 3 out of 5 stars, so it's not exactly screaming to me as the best option. Yeah, I'm looking at photos here and it's not great. Something else that I also really like about this app is they have like an incentive program that grows your status as you create reviews. So it helps with people creating reviews, so you get diversified opinions and opinions of people over time. So I think that that is really valuable, actually. This other one doesn't have any reviews. Forest Service 689. I saw this one earlier. Forest Road 689 Dispersed Camping. These pictures look actually much more my speed. I think I'd like to go check this one out. This is in the Coconino National Forest, and it has 4.5 out of 5 stars with 19 reviews. And there's just like a lot of really good comments on that. That's why I hearted this one. So all I have to do, Verizon service is good there. That's cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get directions, and then I'm going to take the Google Maps option and head right over there. 10 minutes away. Let's go check it out.
Head west. Destination will be on the right.
I can see why there are positive reviews here. This area is really pretty. So I'm pretty excited. Hopefully I can eyeball a specific campsite or two that I can come back to later today after.
Your destination is on the right.
So this is the exact one. And curious. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I went and checked out this site right here that the coordinates took me exactly to, and I'm not in love with it. The reason is it's actually, so a pro is it's pretty secluded. A con is it's not at all flat. And as somebody who sleeps in their vehicle and also doesn't carry leveling blocks, it's not optimal for me. So I just logged back in, and I see nearby there's another site. I'm gonna go check it out. The Verizon service there is poor though, so I don't love that because I do have to get work done today, but I'm still gonna just go check it out for myself. It's just a few minutes away. Don't mind the noise my car is making. It just makes that noise when everything gets dusty underneath. Yeah, this is actually like much larger than I need, but super level, so we like that. So this is number one preference, is this spot right here. Really level. You could definitely fit a large rig or a couple of smaller rigs like my itty bitty wheelbase in here. So I like that. Verizon service is strong. Oh, I could even back in there if I wanted to, but I don't. But I'm gonna go check out this other spot just so I have some options because like I said, I am gonna go hiking. So I'm not gonna be locking down a campsite until later in the day. And at that point, I might be facing a bit more competition. I am sharing this process with you guys because some of you have been asking for it. If it's helpful for you to see this process, and you'd like to see more of it in the future, I can definitely do that. Just let me know in the comments because maybe you learned something seeing it one time, but maybe if we go through this on a regular basis together, some of you that are wanting more confidence or just wanting, you know, reiteration of it, you'll like to see it again. So let me know how you feel about it. And for now, I'm gonna go look for a place to hike, and I've got a handful of great options to camp at tonight, so I'm feeling confident that I have a home picked out for this evening, and now I can go fill my afternoon with fun. How do we do it? Ta-da! Looks promising. All right, it's after 2 o'clock. I'm headed out on the hike. The sign there at the trailhead says 6.6 miles. All Trails calls it 7 miles. All Trails says it's like 1,200 feet of elevation. The sign says 2,000. Those are some pretty different numbers there. But my goal is to just keep moving because it'll probably take maybe close to 3 hours for me to get this done. So yeah, we aren't going to mess around with the daylight too much. But it's already really beautiful, so I'm super excited. Because I just mentioned the daylight, I know maybe somebody will be concerned that I don't have a headlamp or source of light with me. I do. I have my headlamp. I have my 10 Essentials Plus in the backpack, so I am covered. I just prefer not to be hiking in the dark, so try to avoid it. I'd like to be at camp by time all the light is out of the sky. That's the goal. White Mesa Trail. Okay, I was thinking, oh no, this is gonna feel really unsatisfying, dissatisfying, but actually, I just do this. If I can do it one-handed, seems risky because this is rusty barbed wire. Let's see. Okay, I need a hand. Okay, kind of just go down for a second, and we're just gonna continue on that way, just a little ways. So get this up again. Okay, I need 2 hands. All right, I'm on top of the mesa now. I guess the trail goes a little bit further. I think we climbed just a little bit more, so gonna see that through and then, oops, let's turn around and head back the way I came. Okay, I'm gonna turn around. Any semblance of a trail has all but disappeared, and I'm basically just walking through a rocky cactus field. I mean, there's a cairn right there, but like, I don't get it. So I'm gonna turn around. It's actually been so beautiful, and I see a spectacular view right here that I'll show you, and then I think I might even see the parking lot. That's funny. I'm heading back to the car now. And can I just say, I feel so amazing. I think just this area and probably the increased exercise that I've been getting recently, but I honestly feel like there's a weighted blanket of peace just laying over my body. Like, just so amazing, so grateful, so excited, but not like a frantic excitement, just like a calm excitement. If you maybe had a New Year's resolution or goals for 2025 that got you moving more and you're feeling like mental, psychological improvement from your increased movement, let me know in the comments below. You can give me a strong arm if you don't want to say anything. But yeah, getting out, getting moving, it just does so much. Does so much for me, does so much for all of us, really. Okay, this is camp for tonight. I actually am going to move the car right here because it's flatter. I thought I was at a flat spot, but I wasn't. But I'm going to wrap things up here. I have some work to get done tonight and I am tired. So just going to, call it here. But thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate it so much. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel out tremendously. And I will catch you on the next one.